I'm sitting here sick and worried. And this man is sitting in this car. Really? 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 Seriously? Seriously? Why are you sleeping in the car?
Huh.
Why are you sleeping in the car?
I need some rest.
So why wouldn't you come inside?
Because I can't rest in here.
Is your life that terrible that you need to be in the car? Is your life like that difficult? Why don't you come inside? For an hour you've been out here? You've been out here for an hour?
It looks like I just need to rest.
Do you want me to bring you something?
She's quiet.
Woman is exactly why he is sleeping in the car. I talk about this all the time on this channel. Your man wants peace.
Imagine how rotten a home must be for a man to prefer sleeping locked inside his own car rather than walking through the door after an entire day of work. Even the Bible didn't hold back on this. It is better to live in a corner of the rooftop than with a quarrelsome woman in a spacious house. Listen to me carefully, brothers. Choose your peace above everything else, because stress kills, literally. The body gets sick under that kind of pressure. Never wear
Things I say no to now as a divorced woman over 40 who has finally found her voice. Saying no to dating broke men. I am not and will not do financial CPR on a grown adult. I don't accept excuses for being late. Not a freak accident late. You are just perpetually late. There's really no excuse you can give me other than you're just disorganized. I say no to justifying my boundaries. I used to explain every single no like it was a damn TED Talk. Now I just say what I say, said what I said, and keep moving. I say no to sugarcoating. I'm not rude. I'm just clear. Some of us are just made this way. If you're looking to be spoon-fed gently and slowly, I'm not your girl. And I do not apologize for how much I've changed. I believe in change. I believe in growth. I would feel more obligated to apologize if I was doing neither one.
We could have been a good couple. We could have had something special. But you one crazy ass bitch.
I'm really sorry to break it to you, babe, but dating the broke man will literally ruin your life. I know we all want to believe in a love that's, pure and unconditional, but let's actually talk about reality for a second. Dating a man who has less money than you, although not necessarily a problem, but if he is unmotivated, that is like a complete lifestyle change, like an absolute downgrade if you have anything currently going for you. And this is so very different to a man that's busy building his life up. But what you are going to end up doing is overcompensating emotionally, financially, and probably mentally. Because when a man is not building towards something greater than himself, he's obviously not going to give that same energy to you either. And do not get me wrong, it's not actually about the money. We're not gold diggers, baby girl. But what it is about is that ambition. A man who is struggling but building is very different to a man who is struggling and comfortable. Because you are also building your own life, and you do not need to be dragging someone behind you hoping that they're going to catch up with you. Because that's actually not fair on either of you. Be the rich man that you deserve. Become that rich man.
First of all, rule number 1, ma'am, stop dating broke men. I don't care whatever his excuse is. Okay, he got a divorce, his wife took all the money, give him a chance to build his life back, and then tell him to come talk to you. Listen, for a woman, you can't grow a baby without him bringing you sperm. You can't cook any dinner without him bringing you the groceries. You can't multiply anything without anybody pouring into you. You can't grow a garden without the seed first being put into the ground, ma'am. Okay? Nothing from nothing equals nothing. If this man has nothing, you have nothing to give him. He's a not option, is what he is. Keep it moving. Period. Point blank. Your children deserve better. You deserve better. You would never give your time and energy to your job for free. Stop doing it for a man. Period.
Gentlemen, this is exactly the kind of woman you should avoid at all costs. A divorced woman who, instead of looking in the mirror and learning something from her failure, came out of the divorce even more toxic than before. And pay close attention to this. If she manages to trap another unsuspecting man in her web, she'll turn his life into a living hell, because she comes carrying all the resentment she never dealt with, and you'll end up paying the bill for her ex. And as if that weren't enough, add the financial motive. None of these women come into your life thinking about contributing to your vision or your life plan. Not at all. Their only plan is to live off you. They're looking for a man with a fat wallet so they don't have to put in the work themselves. Just stand there and wait for him to cross the finish line he built all by himself. And all of this, with them being over 30 to make matters worse. That's why, gentlemen, the wall shows no mercy.
One of the worst things we can do as women is to end up with a man so broke that all he has is money. And I'm not writing off men with money. Financial stability is incredibly important, but if he is not a true provider and protector, you're gonna have some issues. Money is great, but is he providing you with peace? Is he providing you with emotional maturity? Is he protecting your heart? Is he protecting your relationship? So many times, a lot of women think that getting a man with money is the prize. But if that man can only bring money to the table, I think it's time to start questioning our own moral system.
I'm going to say something that's probably going to ruffle some feathers. And if you're the proof that this isn't true, more power to you. But you will never be able to date a broke man and be happy. Why? Because it's 2026. Bills are higher than they've ever been. The cost to have a decent life is 4 times as much as it was in the days before. And you're never going to be able to live a soft life with a broke man, period. You're going to end up pick-me-shaying and building him up or absorbing all the costs of everything because someone has to make something up. Why you also cannot be happy is because a broke man likely has a trail of bad habits that follow him, either lacks hustle or ambition, or is chronically angry with himself and thus will then resent you because he is broke. And you will feel the flack of that resentment every single day. If you are a driven woman, if you want better out of life, it doesn't matter how much you love him, you will never be able to be happy with a broke man. High value women don't date broke. They date class. They date to level up. They date people who can do something for their lives regardless of looks. Too many women too young, they get caught up in the looks, they get caught up in the swagger, and then they realize he's broke and comes from a generation of broke, and he doesn't necessarily have the hustle, the ambition, or the circle, and he's not aspiring to get the circle that he needs to climb heights and break generational cycles. And if you're one of these women who is driven, who is powerful, who is smart, who is capable, then you're never going to be able to get ahead with that broke man. You're going to end up brokenhearted, because you're going to be chronically disappointed by him, consistently let down, and he's going to take out all that anger he has because he's broke and cannot provide and protect, which is innately instilled in men. Like, men's genetic DNA is to protect and to provide. Now it just is in the form of money, to be honest with you. But more time, you won't be able to get ahead in a relationship with a broke man. I thought this was common knowledge, but it's really not, because so many women fall victim to the cycle of trauma with a broke man. And a broke man will often mistreat you because not only the resentment, but because he knows deep down underneath that he can't do shit for you. So he's wondering what you're really doing there, why you really like him, why do you love him? He can't do anything for you. And if you're a lover girl like me, who, it never, like, at one time in my life, money didn't matter. It was my feelings. It was how much I cared about you. It was who you are as a person. All that is out the friggin' window now. Take that and throw that out. Because when you understand how men operate and men think, you know that if you're going places and he's not, it will never be a match. And if you want to go places and he doesn't even know what he's having for lunch, it will never be a match. Hope this helps you, ladies.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
She doesn't even know what she wants, and that's the root of the problem. Let me tell you something very few people are willing to admit. There is no man who works harder than the one carrying the responsibility of providing for his family. A man is built to perform under pressure. It's pure biology. When the responsibility of providing falls on your shoulders, You become a machine, constantly looking for solutions and finding ways to make money wherever you can. But, gentlemen, this only works with a specific type of woman. One who is grateful, who serves instead of demanding, who builds your self-esteem instead of tearing it down every day, who fills you with words of affirmation instead of constant criticism, who makes you want to rush home instead of run away from it. That woman is pure fuel for a man. But the women we're talking about, divorced, resentful, self-interested women, aren't that type. Within a few months, they become another source of stress and problems, not your motivation, but your burden.
Women.
I was at Target this weekend waiting for my grandma to get out of the bathroom, and I heard the like customer service girls chatting, and one of the girls said, "I don't care if he's broke as long as he's nice." What? If we haven't met yet, my name's Angeline. I'm an addiction counselor. I'm a meditation teacher, and I just want to help you help yourself have a better dating experience. I said this to the girl, so I don't feel bad about talking about it online. I'm not going to sprinkle you, but I want to break down why you're setting yourself up for failure if you are open to dating a broke man. The world, unfortunately, was built for men to succeed. Period. Right? So if all of this advantage is working in the favor of this person and they haven't realized what to do with it, what makes you think that they're going to know how to treat you like the gift or blessing that you are? I love you so much. Please never forget what you're worth, and don't forget that you get to decide what that is. Mwah.
Stop dating broke men. Women should not be dating broke men, and not for the reasons that you think. You see, men, they don't live to impress women or their parents. They live to impress other men. And how else are you going to impress other men but with money and success? Now, if you're a financially independent woman, or if you're a successful woman, especially if you're a successful woman, please do not date broke men. Because if they don't have money and success and they can't impress other men, they will hate themselves. And if they hate themselves, anyone around them that shows them genuine love and appreciation or value, they will hate them too. And they will resent you for being financially independent or successful, or in any ways loving your life. They will hate you. They will take out their insecurities out on you or their hatred on you. Please, for the love of God, stop dating broke men. Stop dating broke men, not because they can't provide for you, but because they will never forgive you for being more successful than them.
Take a close look at these two mindsets, gentlemen. The girl who said, "I want him to be nice," wasn't asking for some lazy bum sitting on the couch. She was asking for a hardworking man, which is perfectly reasonable. But the other one, the woman demanding money right from the start, that's a whole different level of calculation. I used to be a salesman. I dealt with dozens of millionaire men, and I can assure you, they are absolutely not stupid. Most of them are extremely frugal because they didn't get where they are by giving their money away. They use money as a tool, always calculating the return, always looking for the benefit. But these women consume so much of the fantasy pushed by social media that they genuinely believe some millionaire is going to shower them with expensive gifts without them having to fight for him or earn any of it. And while they sit around waiting for that prize that never comes, the clock keeps ticking. They hit 30 still single, having wasted the years when they could have built something real with a decent man. And in the end, gentlemen, reality sends them the bill in full. They run headfirst into the wall, or worse, they end up as a single mother with a Chad. We've reached the end of the video. Before we go, here are the questions for you. What do you think is the reason that man didn't go inside the house? What do you think about women who turn everything into a problem? If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Your support means a lot to us and motivates us to keep creating content. Stay tuned for the next video from the wall.